It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after them, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact. If this defensive line can cause havoc in the pocket for this quarterback, it's going to go a long way towards slowing down what's been a very good offense.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from SoFi. Here's Darius Davis to return it. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. They were not fooled on defense, saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Third and long. To throw is Herbert. Look wide. Get this one complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
The Chargers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll look underneath here for Edwards. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now it's Herbert. That one into the hands of Smart. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first down with Edwards. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down, 1st and goal.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
That's interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now Wilson on first down. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. Either way, I'm coming away with points.
How about 19 yards on that one? And they're in business. It's first and goal.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one caught at the 4. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down. They'll go, and it's Harris. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him I'm gonna sit in this soft zone. I'm gonna what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
That'll be taken in by Edwards. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to run with Edwards. He slams it in there, and he is in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Chargers will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Harris. And he'll weave his his way down, close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. Try to run for it with Harris. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. One quarter in the books. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's first and 10. Wilson lines up in the pistol. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, second and a yard. A run. Here's Harris. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Steelers.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. A give, and here comes Harris. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. Now Russ.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return is McConkey. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and Gus Edwards heading back on the field for the next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll take this to about the 28. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Pistol here for Herbert. He's going to run it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They run on the jet sweep. Ah, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Herbert. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And the lead holds steady at 4.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
First and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
Now he takes off. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Harris. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On third down, here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers are back within a point. It's 14-13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. On play action now, Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On play action, now Herbert. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They send the tight end in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he will go all the way. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Point after now from Dicker. His kick is good. And the Chargers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. touchdown. Here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. Second and a yard. Play action. It's Wilson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro. In there to bag another one.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole. But that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's 3rd and 7. Wilson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston, the punt for Pittsburgh. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Chargers offense and receiver Quentin Johnston set to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Herbert to the air again. That one complete to Johnston. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient.
Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Gus Edwards, touchdown Chargers. That's his second touchdown tonight.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Dicker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilson. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Give up the middle to Harris. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Second and 7. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Wilson now to throw on third down. Now he'll air one out. That's caught! And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
On first down, Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Wilson to throw. The throw on the run is complete.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard. Again, Wilson. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Another run here with Harris. And he will get into the end zone. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Now, a handoff to Edwards. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On second down, it's Edwards. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
26-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Steelers offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the give, it's Harris. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On the ground, this is Harris. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
From the gun, on third down, Wilson. He'll try to run for it. A gain there of 20. That's a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of 20.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Gonna run out of the gun. Here's Harris. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They run it over center with Harris. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. And he'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Steelers first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On third down, here's Harris.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers are back within 5.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return is McConkey. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Throwing now is Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Here's Austin to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. A run with Harris. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. A give, and here comes Harris. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They send Fryermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll go, and it's Harris. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He'll try and run for the 1st down with Edwards. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Russ. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, if he gets there just a little bit quicker, he can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Wilson. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive. as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run. Here's Harris. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Catch is made. That is Williams. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll try to run it with Harris. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his big tight end. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now an extra point really doesn't help that much. They'll try to go for 2 and make the difference 3. That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is McConkey. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Chargers offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He keeps it himself. Second down, 8 for the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He'll take off again. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, but he's got it. He's picked up a first down. To throw, it's Herbert. That's to the tight end, Hurst.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes second down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much, and that should wrap this one up.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
The Steelers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Give up the middle to Harris. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Another run here with Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll give it to Harris again. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from SoFi.